What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Last Drafts baseball video. Today we are doing day 3 of our 2020 BBM Japan first version, or as North Americans would say, Series 1 card break. And before we get going, the last couple days we did some breaks, and I got a few North American players I just want to talk about. That I've lined up on the backside, except for Leonis Martin, who should be more of a regular name to most people. But the first guy I'm going to talk about really quickly is Sean Nolan. And Sean Nolan was drafted 3 times. He was a 6th round pick of the Toronto Blue Jays in 2010. And he pitched in the big leagues briefly from 2013 to 2015 with Toronto and Oakland. He had 8 games and 7 starts. And he was 1-3 with a 6.89 ERA. This is his first year with the Cebu Lions after playing, obviously, in North America. And so this is going to be his first crack at the can. The second guy that I'm going to pull up is Michael Peoples. And Michael Peoples is new to me. He never pitched at the big league level. He was a 14th round pick of the Cleveland Indians way back in 2012. And last year, he spent his entire career with the Indians organization. Last year in AAA, he was 10-6 with a 3.98 ERA with 122 strikeouts in 144 and 2/3 innings pitched. And so he signed to pitch with the Yokohama Dana Bay Stars, and this is his first crack at the can to play in Japan. Our next guy up, a little bit of a glare there on Michael, so we'll try to hide the glare a bit. Still a bit of a glare, so let's see if we can. There we are, stand him up a bit. Our next one up is Matt Koch, and Matt Koch, you could argue maybe had the best of anybody in this mix at the big league level. Matt Koch, he's 29 years old. He spent 2016 and 19 up and down with the Diamondbacks at the big league level. 2018, he was 5-5 with a 4.15 ERA in 14 starts for the Diamondbacks. And he's got 125 big league innings under his belt, and in 36 games, he had 16 starts. So I think a guy like Matt Koch could arguably do quite well in Japan, and this might be something that might springboard him, depending on what he wants to do, back to the big leagues. The last guy we're going to look at is Joe Gunkel. He's 28 years old from Florida, and he was an 18th round draft pick of the Boston Red Sox in 2013. Bounced around a little bit. He was in a number of organizations, but last year he had a bit of a breakout year. He was 8-2 with Miami's AAA franchise, and he had a 3.80 ERA. And I think those type of numbers will bode well for him going to Japan to play. I would think he's going to be able to have some success in Japan. But those were the players we pulled yesterday, and I said, some of these guys I really don't know enough about or enough about that maybe they hadn't played in the big leagues or hadn't played a lot. But there's some information for those 4 players for you. So let's get down to business. We're going to open up these 5 packs again today. Remember, it's a quarter of a box. And we've been having our hard time getting these packs open. So our trusty scissors are helping us do the deed. And we'll break this thing apart and see what we're able to come up with. Pack number 1 for episode number 3. And we start off with another former big leaguer now making an opportunity, Justin Bohr. Justin Bohr, he was a Marlin, and I think last year he was with the Angels. This is going to be his first year, big first baseman, power hitter, and they're going to like him in Japan. He can swing the bat a little bit, big, strong guy. I think he was with the Phillies for a bit as well. So Justin Bohr is the first one. Kenta Ishida, Yokohama Dana Bay Star pitcher. Another North American, another guy who's just gone over for the first time. And for some of you, this is the Washington National, is it the Baby Shark, Gerardo Pereira. And now he's with the Yomiuri Giants, and he's had quite the career. So they'll expect big things. He had solid major league numbers, and I would expect that to continue here. Oryx Buffalo. Ryo Ota, and I don't know. This one doesn't stand out. I'd be surprised if it's numbered on the back, and it's not. Like the one we had yesterday where it was numbered on the back. We could feel it. This one is not, but another insert card. Masato Morishita. I don't know how good this guy is, but based on the prices of his rookie card, they're expecting a lot of good things for him with the Hiroshima Carp. And yeah, he's there's a lot of stuff expected out of this guy if you base it on his card prices. And there's the Oryx Buffaloes. I don't know who the two players are, Yamamoto and Yamaoka, but there's another team card. We had one yesterday of a bunch of pitchers stretching. Seiji Ubiyashi. This guy here, I know he can put out some numbers. And last year he didn't. He must have been hurt. But 2 years ago, hit 270, 22 homers, 62 runs batted in. Last year he must have been hurt. He played half the amount of games. He must have been injured. Had half the production. But he had a couple back-to-back good seasons, so we're going to find out if he's going to rebound this year. There's Seiji Ubiyashi, and he's followed by Taisi Makihara, also the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. And it looks like we're starting to get out of focus a little bit here. And then we're back to Justin Bohr. So there's pack 1 out of the way. We'll slide those guys over there. And then we've got pack number 2. Still no autographs. Still no relic cards. We did get a couple of the facsimile autographs. And, of course, one of them was numbered. But for the most part, nothing other than these cross blossoms. And there's a Yudai Ono card from the Chinichi Dragons. And now we have a Fumiya Hojo card of the Hanshin Twins. And I'm getting excited because I see something coming up here. Hopefully we get somebody decent. There's a Yugo Umeno of the Occult Swallows. And this here, I bet you this is going to be a numbered card of about 25. And we got one of these last year. And this one's a rookie. Ryota Takenaka of the Rakuten Eagles. I don't know anything about him, but you can see it's like a cracked dice card. It kind of reflects neat, and it's definitely going to be a numbered card. And this one here is numbered out of 100, 38 out of 100. So we'll do our homework on this guy, see where he was drafted. Rakuten's not one of the stronger teams in the league, but that's kind of a neat-looking card with the cracked dice. And then we've got an Akito Takabe from the Chiba Lotte Marines, a rookie here. And then Frank Herman, he was a big league guy, and I can't remember who, but I want to say he was a Giant, or maybe he was a D-back as well. I'll do a little homework on him for tomorrow. And then we've got Yushi Shimizu for the Nippon Ham Fighters. And one of the big boppers for Fukuoka, Alfredo Despaigne. And he's an interesting guy. I think this is the guy he's only like 5'7", and he's like 220 pounds. He's basically Jose Altuve with about 40 extra pounds on him. But his deal is he can swing the bat and he can put the ball in the seats, and he's a popular player in Fukuoka. And then we're back to the top with Yude Uno. Maybe we'll leave Alfredo on the top here. Our next pack, so not a bad, got a couple of hits in that pack, kind of cool. All right, our next one. From the Yomiuri Giants, Yuki Takahashi, we've got Hiroto Fuku from the Chinichi Dragons. Our next up is Taiga Kamichatani. I don't know how you say his name. I'm butchering his last name pretty good, but Taiga's his first name. And then we've got Koki Matsuoka from the Cebu Lions, rookie card. And next up, we got another rookie, Hiromo Issei from the Yokohama Dana Bay Stars. And there's Sho Nakata for the Nippon Ham Fighters. And next up, we've got a Tyler Higgins. And they're very similar to some of the fellas on the back over here and over here. I don't know who Tyler Higgins is, but we're gonna find out. And then, of course, we have a Shinya Kayama from the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. And then we're back to the top with our Yomiuri Giants. So we got another guy that we're going to try to find out who is Tyler Higgins. And I've got another snip here. Pack number 4. Pack number 4 today, we start off with. Now, this guy here is supposed to be the real deal. This is Koji Chikamoto, and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. He was a rookie a couple years ago, and so he was supposed to be the next biggest thing coming out of Japan. So if you're looking for something in a year or two down the trail, keep an eye on Koji Chikamoto. He's supposed to be the guy that maybe it could make a jump over into the big leagues. So I think it was last year or 2 years ago was his rookie. So if you're looking for somebody to keep an eye on, Koji Chikamoto, he's our guy. Thiago Vieira, the Yomiuri Giants always seem to get some big guys who can throw hard, and I don't know much about this guy, but he looks like a big guy who can throw hard. He's got the big guy part down pretty good, Latin fella. There's an Alex Ramirez from the Yokohama Dana Bay Stars. We have a Rikudo. By the way, Ramirez had a pretty good Japanese career. He was able to put the ball in the seats. He was a bit of a legend in Japan, and he stuck around to coach there. Rikudo Yokoyama from the Chiba Lotte Marines. We have Tomoki Ishihara of the Hiroshima Carp. That's his rookie. Shuhei Fukuda from the Oryx Buffaloes. And then when you only go by one name, you got to be pretty good. The captain of the Yakutan Eagles is Ginji. And so pretty good. And then this guy went over last year. This is Zach Neal. I don't know a whole lot about Zach Neal other than I remember last year was his first year in Japan. And there you have it. 17 games, 12-1, 103rd innings pitched, and a 2.87 ERA. If he went over on a one-year deal, those numbers for Zach Neal are going to parlay him into a lot of money in Japan. And normally speaking, from what I understand, guys who go over in their first year, the number 750,000 US stands out. That's what a guy can make going over. So you get a guy who's bounced around in the minors and AAA, and he's had a decent career, but maybe not good enough to get to the big league level. And he's saying, man, I'm 28 years old, 29, I need to get a payday. You go over there and make 750 grand your first year, put up some numbers. There's some guys who can, then it becomes millions of dollars that you're getting paid. And sometimes it's not worth coming back and taking a risk coming back to the big leagues. So we've got Hikaru Itoa from the Yokohama Dana Bay Stars. We've got Yuki Hashimoto from the Chunichi Dragons. Next up, we've got a Masanori Ishikawa from the Yakult Swallows. And I always like it when we get shiny cards, because we got a shiny card coming. And we got a rookie card of Joe Endo from the Hanshin Tigers, an infielder. And so this here is a numbered card, and it's numbered out of 200, rookie story, numbered 111 out of 200. I don't know anything about this player, but I do know it's a shiny card. And I like shiny rookie cards because that means usually we can translate that into something else, and that would be yen or American greenbacks. Kenshin Hota is from the rookie card from the Yomiuri Giants, young-looking guy. And then we've got a Hajime Miki, who's the manager of the Rakuten Eagles. I don't know him. And then we're back to the top with Taisho Tamai from the Ham Fighters and so on and so forth. So there you have it, everybody. That's day 3. Day 3 of our break of the first version of BBM, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the break, be sure to give us a thumbs up. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We'd love to see you subscribed. And also, if you have any comments about the cards or some of the players, or you know something that maybe can add value that we don't know, please feel free to drop it in the comments section. We'd love to hear from you. But once again, this is another Last Drops Baseball video production. Have a great day, everybody.